Oh, make sure to tweet. Yeah, so what? It's your boy, Bitz and Bobz. Yes, people, how we doing? Listen, oi, 5 o'clock, lockdown, what can we do? What you can do is smash a like on the video, make sure you subscribe to myself, and also make sure you subscribe to my special, unique guest that we have today. Today, guys, we've got an ops in the building, a very good-looking one, a very unique one, a one that always shows a Colgate teeth smiles. Everyone, ladies and gents, your nan, your gran, your mum, and your stepdad. Everyone, meet Elena, the host of LillywhiteTV. Elena, how you doing? You okay?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm good. I'm happy. You know, finally got to get you on. We got to collab. Hopefully, this is the first of many more videos.
Definitely.
So yeah. I mean, so how's your week been so far?
It's been good. Pretty chilled. Just busy with like trying to do as much content as possible being in lockdown. I just enjoy meeting the people, talking to the people. I've met so many amazing people through doing this, and when people message me, I try to give as much time as I can because I actually really enjoy it. It's not just about like content or getting something out of it. I just enjoy talking to people and venting to people about different football stuff.
No, that's good. That's good. So obviously, I think you're very popular right now, and so you should be. So you should be. And I think what's changing is the narrative, isn't it? The female YouTubers. You know, the old cliche, you're not just a pretty face, you know, you've actually got a brain, believe it or not. And, you know, I think you're breaking narratives like that. And before we go into the football and stuff, obviously you're a Spurs fan, okay?
Yeah.
Before we dwell into the Spurs, let's get to know about you, you know?
Yeah. It's quite nice. No one's ever done this. No one's like got to know the person behind it all. So it's exciting.
So tell me, who is Elena?
I'm Greek Cypriot.
Okay. Gyros in the building. Okay.
Yeah. I've been born and raised in London. I'm literally walking distance from the stadium, so I try and go to as many games as possible when fans were allowed in. I am an all-star cheerleader, which is quite something that people don't know about me.
Stop the count. Where's the pom-poms?
Oh no, we throw people in the air, not pom-poms.
Okay. Wait, so that's like gymnastics and flipping and stuff like that, yeah?
Yeah, it's very similar. When you're talking about all-star cheer, you go to competitions, you travel around the world even. Well, I've been to Ireland, I've been to Orlando for a competition. I've also competed like at Bournemouth every year, Manchester. I've been to nearly everywhere in England for competitions and stuff. All-star cheer, we just sort of compete against each other. Any viewers that are watching, if you've seen Bring It On, you will know what I do.
Okay. I know that. I know that show. So I'm with you on that one. Okay, you're a teacher, right?
Well, yeah, I work in a school now. Yeah.
Yes. So with that, with lockdown and stuff, talk to me through from being a cheerleader to being an educator.
I think I've always wanted to coach as well, and I think that's always been the goal. So when I've started coaching, it's been great to work with young people. I've always been a nanny, so I worked with kids all the time, and then I finally landed a job in a school. It's just I've never sort of lost touch of what gave me a lot of confidence. Cheer is what's given me the confidence. So I'd never.
Okay.
I've tried to stop it. I tried to stop like 2 years ago, and I missed it so much that I went back. So yeah, I think being a cheerleader and obviously working with young people, I work a lot of in our team. We have people from 30, and then they can be up to 14 being in the senior team if they're good enough. Sometimes you bring people up, so we work together on a team. A lot of like older people to the really young ones, so it's definitely good that I've been in that environment for a long time to then be obviously an educator, but I do try and help them along the way at training and obviously at work.
So obviously you're a people person, okay? That's what you're telling me. Okay, and it's good.
Try.
Well, I mean, look, it's tough. Don't get me wrong. We meet all different kinds of creatures in our lives, but to obviously from cheerleading, you have to be brave, courageous, and obviously smile a lot. And I'm just going to segue into your football club because at the beginning of the season, they gave you lots to smile about, didn't they? I mean, I mean, I don't know about now. I mean, you're in a cup final, okay?
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
League position's a bit shaky. It's a bit shaky.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Talk to me, Spurs. What's going on?
Tottenham wise, what's going on Tottenham front? We have a winning manager, which I'm pretty sure you know my opinions anyway. We will let everyone else know as well. I am not the biggest fan of Mourinho for long term. I think, yeah, he's the best person now because we need to win a trophy. But for long term, I don't see it being the answer. I think he'll go stale very quickly, especially with our transfer budgets. So, yeah, I'm happy that he's here, but then move on after that. But yeah, we're doing okay. We're not too far off. You know, we're involved. So yeah, we're trying. And yeah, we're in the top 5. We're gonna. I think we'll make top 4. Well, hopefully we'll make top 4. And yeah, we hopefully can win that cup. It's not going to be easy. It's against City. We know they're a super team. Obviously, we always play well against them.
Elena, you said we will make top 4. Okay.
No. I think we may make top 4. I think we're an outside shot. We could be top 5. I think we got to. If Jose Mourinho doesn't make top 4 and we win a League Cup, then after that, I think it's time to move on because I think top 4 is imperative for Tottenham. Yes, we had a season out, but we need that money because our owners don't spend without it. So we need that money and we need that also to elevate the club. If we're not a club that's won a lot of things, so we need top 4 to attract players in. If we win one League Cup, that's not going to attract players because we're not even in the Champions League anymore. We don't have that winning history. It's got to be over a few years where you can still attract players when you're not in top 4. Winning one League Cup is not going to change that history. So we do need top 4. It's imperative for Spurs to make top 4, in my opinion. But hopefully we win that cup just so I can celebrate till the cows come home and yeah, and just enjoy life. But yeah, I think it's important that we need to win that final and hopefully thank you and hopefully we go on to make top 4. We need to be a top 4 team.
So okay, look, don't you think though if you win the League Cup it changes the mentality of not just your players but of the club? And I'm just going to say it changes the mentality of Daniel Levy. Maybe he thinks, we've got a bit of cup success. The manager must be doing something right. You know, my opinion on Jose, I actually love Jose Mourinho. I would love to buy him a drink and just listen to him because he's pragmatic. He's stubborn. He's foolish. He's also smart. And also what I like about him is that he does things his own way. You know, there's Klopp, there's Pep, there's Fergie. But he was like, look, I'm going to play a certain way of football and I'm going to be successful. Which, to be fair to him, he's a serial winner, you know. I think him and Tottenham are a good fit because, no trolling, but, you know, I think Tottenham need... Tottenham need...
I just know where it's
going. Tottenham need a winner, you know. And when I say a winner, I mean someone that's been there, done it. You know, like can tell the story. And you guys have been nearly men. You've got to the final. It's been a long time. Was it 2008? Was it 2008?
2008 was a League Cup, yeah.
So, do you know what I mean? It's been a long time. Do you know what I mean?
It's been a long time. I was in year 8. So, yes, it's been a long time.
There you go. So you know, it could be that, you know, this could be the year. And I think you guys... If you don't get top 4, like Usman just said there, I think it's boy. Put it this way: if you don't get top 4 and you win the Europa League, it doesn't matter. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? Because he's guaranteed Champions League football. So by hook or by crook, Jose needs to get that. Different question. Who's your favourite player at Tottenham?
Oh, well, my favourite player has to be Harry Kane because it's just Harry Kane. But I also absolutely love Son, obviously. I think it's very hard to pick between them. But right now, I've grown a very huge love for Højbjerg. I just feel like he is
Okay.
unreal at what he does, and I don't think he gets enough credit for his job. Without him, we would be leaking goals everywhere. And we leak goals as it is because our defenders don't like to jump. Dyer's
Mm,
6 whatever, and he doesn't like to get off the ground. So
mm.
without him, we would be in a lot of worse position. So yeah, I think that he's just transformed that team, allowing Son and Kane to do their jobs a bit better. And so yeah, I think he's been the signing of the summer. And right now, I just feel like he needs a bit of credit. So right now, yeah, he's one of my favourite players, alongside the top two, obviously.
Do you know what? Not to sound like I'm jumping on your bandwagon, but hold tight, Stroll. Stroll tweeted a few months back. Actually, when you signed him, best signing ever. And I was actually, personally, I was just like gutted. I was just like, what the hell? Like 50 million for the DM? Like, are you serious? I don't care what anyone says. I'd take him right now. I think he's probably been the best signing that Jose's made. One of the best signings in that transfer window, because for 50 million, what he brings, and he can pass, by the way. He can actually play football.
He passes forward. He
passes forward
and turns back. Maya, hold tight, Maya as well. She said something that has stuck with me since she was on my live stream. She said to me, "You need a DM with a CM's mind." And he has that. He's a DM with a CM mind. He looks forward. He doesn't look back. He doesn't just do his job, but he does look as the pass before the pass to make the assist. A lot of our goals have come from him, an interception or a tackle that he made, and that just shows to me that he is that DM with that CM mind.
So we went from obviously talking about the mind, the DM, and so on. Okay, you've got a YouTube channel.
Yes.
Can you just for people that are watching, people that watch it back, can you tell them what it is and where they can find you?
So I'm on Twitter at LillywhiteTV, just there. I'm also on Instagram at LillywhiteTV, but LillywhiteTV on Twitter, on YouTube, sorry. And it's, I'm trying to do more live streams. I started off doing like match reviews and stuff, but I found that I enjoy actually getting people on and talking to them about their opinions on the games and stuff. Because I feel like sometimes if I'm on my own, I just rant on my own. So I feel like I need people to come on with me. And yeah, I think that I'm started to do. We've got a podcast tonight at 7 with my host Ryan, and we just talk about the whole top 6 almost and Arsenal.
Love it. So obviously, Elena, right? You're in lockdown, like us all. Obviously, fortunately, we can't all meet up. You know, we're part of the Terrace family. Here's a question. What's it like making content, being in a lockdown atmosphere? What's it like for you?
I think it's actually saving me making content, meeting people, like not being able to go out and like, because as we know, like as you probably can all tell, I can talk forever. I'm a people person. I enjoy actually
I love it.
And talking to people. I get along with a lot of people, a lot of different characters. I understand that I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but I'm just friendly and I try to get on with everyone. And I feel like being part of the Terrence has really helped me meet new people and just still have that interaction with humans that I haven't been able to have during lockdown. I feel like I personally needed it. You kind of lose touch of yourself during lockdown, and to be able to meet so many people and actually be excited for the next day, it's not the same old thing. Like I'm jumping on different streams every day. People saying to me, how are you fitting so many in the day? And it's like, if I didn't, I think I wouldn't be myself. Like I'm so happy and jolly when I'm talking to people and stuff, and being able to meet people and just talk about football, talk about the passion that we all have. I think it's just so important. And it's just been amazing to meet all of you. I mean, within the first time I got on the Terrence, I was added to the group chat after my first my first appearance on there, and just like KJ said when I went on Midnight Vibes, you lot found me and now you can't get rid of me.
By the way, I tell you what, that group chat is something else, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's active all the time. I mean, we can all argue and then we're all best friends at the end of it.
Exactly.
It's a
I
great
mean,
chat and we're all there for each other. And you know what's amazing? Whenever I'm live, I see them in the comments. I see you all there, like supporting. You've all just been there for me when, especially when I had a bit of struggles. You were all there for me, as you know yourself. You spoke to me one of the first weeks when I had troubles. So it's just an amazing family, and I think you're all part of this journey together. We're all together on this.
and it's lovely that you should say that, because you know I hate to talk about it, but at the same time we have to talk about it. Okay, and you know what Bits and Bobs does. You know, we do the Bits and Bobs meets. We cover the conversations that people don't want to talk about, the elephants in the room, the racism, the discrimination, and the mental health of people. Now, we've obviously just touched on obviously making content, you come into this new family. Unfortunately, in life, there's some obstacles we come across. And unfortunately, one of them is social media trolls.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I emphasize that because being on your own, not be able to, there you go.
Yeah, I just saw that pop up. Kelly, you are great. You're always in my live stream, so I do notice you. So thank you.
I just think, right? Okay, I'm just gonna say this, Elena. Right? You're a female, okay, and you're a Spurs fan, okay, and you live in London. And for me, yeah, it's like people. Unfortunately, we have a minority that think, oh, she's just a girl. She doesn't know nothing about football.
Yeah.
She's just a pretty face, blah blah and stuff. Or you know, she should be cheerleading instead of talking about football. Yada yada yada, rat-a-tat-tat. Right? Now, before I'm going to ask you this question, right? When you go live, are you mentally prepared for stuff like that?
I mean, right.
Prior to it happening.
See, I wasn't. I wasn't. Well, what can we do? We've got notes in my blood. Apparently, these bottlers are in my blood. So, but yeah, go back to your question. So there was an incident that I had on the terrace specifically. When I went on a few weeks ago. It's just all about your appearance. I got attacked by hundreds and hundreds of comments within the comments, and sitting there on a live stream reading it, and all I wanted to do was get off. All I wanted to do was get off camera, and somehow I made it through that stream. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was very upset after. I'm not gonna make out that I was brave. And yes, we love you, Prime. Literally, and you are everywhere and you support us all. So thank you.
Amen.
But yeah, I'm not gonna lie and say it didn't affect me. I was really upset. And I also had another stream which was with Matt at All United TV. None of you have followed. Go follow.
He's a brilliant guy.
Lovely guy. And he was like, I remember messaging him saying, listen, I don't know if I can do it, because I was literally like in tears from what I just experienced on a live. And he was like, you know, don't worry, blah, blah. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to join it. And we were talking pre-going live. And then I just joined, and just having people like that. And we went live and it was fine. And I took a couple weeks break from the Terrence. So they thought I was only joining when we won. No, I'm the one that will be active and shouting about our manager. Trust me. I just took a couple weeks off, and then I came back this week. And I argued a bit about Tottenham, but that's fine. You can argue with my football opinions all you want. It was the personal attacks.
Yes.
And then reading hundreds and hundreds of flooding in while I'm on stream. I wasn't mentally prepared. Now that I've experienced it, and I have you and Prime and Matt and Charlotte and Mel and everyone. Anita she's incredible. She's the one that messaged me after the game. She was like, come on the Terrence this week, blah, blah, like, you know, and it was just so nice to know that I've got such people behind me that helped me through it. She was in the comments telling everyone who was trolling to stop. And that just gave me the confidence to do it again. And I think that now I'm mentally prepared for it. But you can never fully be prepared for sitting there reading hundreds of things about yourself that you also think, but you don't want other people to obviously notice things about you. Like, you know, they're pointing out certain things about your face or certain things about the way you talk or whatever. And I think that if you're sitting there reading hundreds of flooding comments coming in, while you're live on air, it's very hard to act happy. And
Yeah.
I'm a naturally happy person, but if I'm sensitive as well, people think I'm really confident. I am confident in my personality, as everyone knows. Like, I'll smile, I'll laugh, I'll jump on anyone's stream. But when I'm quite sensitive too, and I think I'm building up a backbone being on this, but also getting the support has really helped.
You talk about support, right? And it's funny, isn't it? Because me and you spoke. You know, when you first came in, we had a chat. You know, I had to remind you how unique you were and the reason why you're in the Terrence. You know, and the reason why like you should keep doing and stuff is because women like Alex Scott, Gabby Logan, is it obviously Anita. Like hold tight, Anita. Like Anita's making mad moves with gold diggers as well. Shout them all. Women like that, and there's the black lady for Sky Sports. Is it? I can't remember her name. But what I'm saying is that
I know
women
you're talking about.
yeah. So they are breaking the narrative. They're creating paths for women like yourself, like Kendall, like Sabayos TV. You know, is it Sophia from the Chelsea? For
She's amazing.
for people like you to feel comfortable to talk about football. Now it's funny, isn't it? Because when you're growing up, you play football with the guys and stuff. It's cool, isn't it? She's a tomboy. It's cool. Yeah, she plays football with us. But as you get older, you're seen as a woman, so it's like, yeah, you can't have an opinion. I'll never understand that. I don't, because the whole part, I made friends when I moved to Scotland. I made friends from football. So that community, regardless if you were black, white, male, female, whatever, you know, we all had like one thing in common, it was passion. And how did you cope? I know you said you had the support mechanism and stuff. But personally, I know when we spoke, I know how you felt, and it's up to you if you want to share that. I won't share that. It's up to you. But how did you get through it? Like for yourself, like what did you? Because obviously you've had to go to bed, wake up. You know, like can you give us an insight of like how you've had to try and cope with that?
I think people in real life has also helped. Like my boyfriend's been amazing at trying to keep me going. He's amazing.
Well, that ends a lot of rumors anyway. That I will. I'm playing.
Yeah, I think he's helped me carry on. Yes, he's a gooner, so yeah, he doesn't enjoy a lot of my content. But
it's nice to be different, right? It's nice to be different.
Yes, but I think he does watch my content, and he does help me continue. I think I needed a little break, and I did have that little break. If you go on my channel, if you look at after we drew to Palace, I didn't make any content, and that was just like having a bit of a break from everything, because I think I got thrown into the Terrence, and I didn't expect a lot of the replies that I got when I did get chucked in. So I think that I needed to just think about myself and then have Christmas and then come back in a way where I was a bit more mentally prepared. But I think that no one really understands what it's like until you're going through it. I think someone as smiley and talkative and happy as me, they don't notice that you people say things to you and they think that it's fine because you'll just get over it. A lot of people, what also I notice is that they see you on a screen, they just think of you as you're on YouTube. They don't actually think of the person, so they say things. The minute you reply to that, some of them just delete their comment or whatever because they don't actually like.
I've had that one,
like, a real person. You're a human being. You're a real person, and I feel like people don't notice that you're actually real, and that you do things that are that you do things that make you happy. But if people are going to try to tear you down, it obviously gets you down. I feel like I needed like my family. I needed to fall in love with football again, obviously, because doing content and getting hate, it makes you want to stop all the things that make you start it. So I got back to just watching football with my dad. I don't want to lose that sight of that's what I do. I watch every game with my dad, and we talk about it and we analyze it, and then that's when I do my videos and my streams and stuff. So I don't want to lose that touch of what I'm actually doing, because I love watching football, and it's the thing with my dad that got me like this close to it and made me who I am today. So yeah, I just have to like take a break a bit and just fall in love with the game again.
Listen, that music to my ears. Listen, we're part of a team. We're actually not a team, part of a family, and you know, it makes me happy that, you know, obviously that period was tough for you. We spoke, and you know, I think, you know, sometimes we just need to remind people that, you know, it is okay not to be okay, but however, we will not tolerate trolls. We will not tolerate hate. People being sick.
It's nice talking to someone that is in the industry. You're in the industry, so you knew what it's like. And you saw it firsthand. I mean, you saw the first sort of hate I got when I started. So when we spoke, it was because you were in it, and I could see you knew what it felt like, or you could put yourself in my shoes in a way. So it's 100%. Also good to have people, a family, that group chat, a family that I can just any time of the day message any of you. Are you awake? Can I just vent to you about something that happened online? And you lot are there, like all of you. I mean, Anita, Kendall, like Anita was the one messaging me, you need to come back on the Terrence, like we love you kind of thing. Kendall came on my channel in the week. I said to her, I just wanted to just get a little bit of confidence. Can you just jump in? Like, yeah, I've got half an hour free. She fitted me in half an hour just to gain my confidence. And I just feel like that chat is so needed. Especially, you've got people in your real life, but if they're not putting themselves on YouTube, it's nice to have people that are also on YouTube that could see what's going on and you can turn to, which we are like a family. We're all like brothers and sisters that argue all day, and then we all jump on the screen together and laugh. So
it's unique, isn't it, though? It's unique, isn't it, to be in a position like we all support rival teams, we all try and do the same thing, talk about similar content or different kind of content, we support each other. At the same time, you know, once we end the broadcast, it's like, yo, how was your day and stuff? That's my son trying to get in. 2 seconds. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Yeah. Is it dinner time? It's dinner time, Elena. Just to let you know. It's dinner. That's little bits and bobs. So it's unique. And then obviously, like after it, when we end the broadcast and stuff, it's like, yo, how you doing? You all right? Like, do you know what I mean? I think that's what the trolls don't see.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, we actually
Leanna's channel on Fraud Watch on Friday, and we had the biggest laughs. I mean, if any of you have ever joined Fraud Watch, you were on there before me.
Yeah. I actually left, and then I think we came on. Yeah.
And it wasn't even about the viewers at that point. We don't really know who's in the chat, but we're just having a chat and laugh, whatever. We stayed on stream just in the background of the chat for like an hour, and then Iga was like, shall we just go live? Shall we go live? And we were like, yeah, let's go live. So we're just having banter backstage. Like, people don't see that we are all together. We're a family, and that is what we do. We just support each other. And we're having banter backstage. No one sees that. We're not just a face on a screen and then we go. We actually care about each other, and we're actually there for each other, and we're a group of friends that make content, and that is what it shows when we do things like that. We're sitting there having 2 hours out of our day after streaming, just chatting.
Exactly.
I mean, Prime is a massive example of this. If you do a stream with Prime, you sit there for an hour after.
Oh, 100%. Listen. Look.
Oh, we all love Flawless.
Mr. Composure.
If we have Flawless in the chat, we know the work rate's good. So.
Listen, the devil works hard, but Flawless works harder. Big up to him. Do you know what I mean?
Big up, Flawless.
So, Elena, let's segue. Okay. We've talked about you. You know, we've got to know you a little bit. Talk Spurs, talk mental health. You mentioned that you're a Cypriot. Obviously, we talked about the trolls and stuff. Racism in 2020. Racism was unfortunately a highlighted subject. Now, you know, I'm a black male. Okay. You are a Cypriot. You're a mixed race. So, I mean, with doing YouTube and stuff, have you ever been the victim of racism in general, or have you ever had racism, hate? And what's your views on it?
Luckily for me, I personally haven't had any racism come to me. Luckily. I mean, people, when they know where I'm from, that's when they start talking about, oh, you've got a big nose, you've got a Greek nose, things like that. But it's very minor. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I mean, any racism is bad racism, but
Yeah.
my racism is nothing compared to anyone else, and I haven't experienced that on YouTube, luckily. But my views, obviously, it just shouldn't be happening. There's no leeway for it. There is no leeway for any kind of racism, and I think if people, it's not even education anymore, it's just straight up stubbornness,
Yes.
and just
Yeah.
Ignorance is my main problem with racism. I feel like some people can be very, very ignorant, and I think that there are issues like people just don't seem to understand that we're in 2020. There is no reason for you to be like this. Like, they're not even getting to know people. They just
2021, Elena. 2021.
Well, 2020, but in 2020.
Yeah. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean. No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. And it's scary, isn't it? And like,
they're limiting themselves for meeting such amazing people because of their biased prejudice, and it's just weird. It's weird to me. I can't even say it's normal. It's just weirdness to me.
See, I'm glad you said that. You know, like, it's obviously I grew up in London before I moved to Scotland, and it's funny because in London you can walk down the street and you see different kinds of ethnicity, see different kinds of people from Greece, Cyprus, flipping Pakistan, India, Jamaica, the Caribbean. Do you know what I mean? Africa, and it's like, that's just one road. And I think to myself, when I go on Twitter and I see the racism towards, obviously recently the Chelsea players, you could talk about Raheem Sterling and so on. I think to myself, you've literally logged onto your Twitter to type something racial. You know what I mean? It's like, it's mental, Elena. And I think now, do you know what I feel like? Shout out Ryan.
He's on my channel later, everyone. He's on my
podcast. Oh, sweet. Yeah. I'll come. I'll definitely be there. Don't I'll be in the comment. It's your boy Bitz and Bob. It's your boy Bitz. Yeah. Oh, that's my guy. That's my guy. Shout out everyone, if you can, go make sure you subscribe to Beats Corner. Make sure you subscribe to Sarcasm City as well. But yeah, so like what I was saying is that like it annoys me, but I feel like racism has been put to the left now, and I feel like all the sexist comments is coming out, you know. But I feel it's like today it's sexist, tomorrow I'll be racist, the next day I'll be sexist and stuff. Why do you think this is happening?
For me, it's just general ignorance and not realizing that times have changed, times have moved on. I'm not going to put it down to upbringing, because some people are just they're brought up fine and they just grow this hatred. I will never understand it. I could never give a reason why, because I just don't understand how you can hate someone purely based on their sexuality, their color of their skin, their gender, or their religion. I don't understand how you can hate someone that you don't know purely based on something you see. It just doesn't make any sense to me. You're limiting yourself from meeting amazing people and having a happy life. These people are not happy. I feel like if you're sitting there avoiding people because of what they look like, or because of their gender, because of their sexuality, because of their race, or you're avoiding meeting such amazing people that you might fall in love with, or just general making friends and being happy. These people are not happy. They spend their lives living in hatred, and it took me a long time to learn that. But if you are having these issues and you are experiencing these stuff, just you've got, I wouldn't say ignore it, we've got to keep light of it and talk about these things, but you've got to just remember these people, that they're not happy people. They're not living a happy life to sit there and hate on someone that they don't know for purely an external reason. It's just it's madness to me.
Do you know what I say, Elena? I say if we change the minds, we change the attitudes. And do you know, it's interesting that I think that why would you not want to meet someone from a different country or from a different culture? I'm just thinking,
exactly.
I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example, right? I'm thinking, you're telling me you're Cypriot, okay, and Greek. I'm thinking raw, gyros, raw, thick Greek salad. You know what I mean? I'm thinking food. I'm like, okay, I can't wait to come sit with you. You know what I mean? And learn stories, and you tell me different cultures. And I think I think about Flawless. Flawless is Caribbean. I'm thinking they say plantain, but it's plantain. But like, you know, those kind of foods. It's
Yeah,
like,
honestly.
do you know what I mean? And I'm
And
thinking,
the places are beautiful.
exactly. So it's like, why would you not embrace it? You know, it's like if when I go abroad, yeah, and they hear my Scottish accent, they're like, "You from Scotland?" I'm like, "Yeah," and I'll say to them, "Oh, have you tried the haggis?" And they look at me funny. I'm like, "Oh no, it's actually not bad." And they think, "Raw, this black guy has like a London lingo, but he's got a Scottish accent." I'm like, "Yeah, that's where I grew up." And then you start talking, do you know? And it annoys me that people choose not to engage when they see someone that doesn't look like them. And it happens within our communities, which is sad as well. But this is not white on black or white on anyone. It's actually vice versa. And it's sad. And I hope people that watch this and, you know, can change their minds, change their attitudes, because believe it or not, we have so many different cultures, and it's every day's a learning day. You're an educator, you know, to learn something new is it's brilliant. You know, it's unbelievable. And my last thing I would say about that is just that how can you judge someone if you don't know them? And who gives you the right to judge in the first place?
That's my point. Like you're limiting yourself to meeting such amazing people because of your own prejudice. That just says a lot more about you than it does me or the person that's experiencing that. So yeah. 21 in 21, eh? 21 in 21.
You know what? That's a brilliant segue. Shout out, lass. Man United. I'm not going to talk too much because do you know what, Elena, right? I said from the beginning of the season, Man United could win the league. And people were looking at me like, is this guy all right? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, all right. And obviously, come New Year, before New Year, we were top of the league for a bit. Obviously, Leicester changed. I know we're the rivals and stuff, but what's your thoughts on Man United just now?
It's funny because you picked up some form, haven't you? Everyone's saying you've got this PE teacher in charge, but somehow this PE teacher has found his wheel from the scrapyard, put it back on, and now Ollie's back at the wheel. So,
exactly, right?
Somehow he's gone to the scrapyard and picked up his wheel, and now he's back. So I think we can't deny you're involved in the conversation. You're definitely involved. I don't personally think you're favourite. I think it will be, I still think it's City or Liverpool, but
that's okay. That's okay.
You can't deny your position, obviously, and you can't deny your point tally and your away record. Right. You can't deny the actual facts there. So I think you will be in the mix. I'm not sure if you can actually win it, but you will be in the mix.
That's probably the nicest things you're probably going to say about my club. So I'll take that.
I can't give too much credit.
I'll take that. I think the question I need to ask is LillywhiteTV. Okay, why did you start it?
It's a funny story, and Kendall's very much involved in it, which is quite funny. So I got asked to be on a podcast, Views TV. I don't know if any of you have heard of it. It's one of my first podcasts I ever did. Go check them out. They're amazing. Me and Kendall were on a stream together, and obviously started chatting out Kendall's socials and stuff. And I was like, "Oh, you do YouTube?" Like, I didn't know. I wasn't in touch with this the content creator community on Twitter. Like, I didn't. I've met so many of you now that I didn't know any of you before.
Yeah.
So, and he was like talking about her stuff, and then he was like, he asked me, would you ever do something like that? And I was like, yeah, it's kind of always been in the pipeline. Like, I would love to create some sort of like football content, but then I just never really went about it. You just never think it will, an idea that will never come about. And then Kendall was like, just go do it. Like, just do it. Just go do it. And Semps and Kendall were amazing, and they basically were encouraging me to go do it. And then I spoke to Mel, and Mel was a very big part of it. Being a Spurs creator and a female, she was just giving me so much advice. I mean, she gave me her number instantly, and we were just voice noting back and forth, and set me up the whole way with from the graphics guy that did my graphics to like making a thumbnail. So it was more, I got encouraged by which is funny enough, people say that females won't encourage other females to do things, Thank you. But
Thank you, Ross. Big up to the big bro.
So much. But yeah, it's funny because it was the females in the football community that made me start. They didn't just inspire me, but they also pushed me, and I would not change it for the world. They have changed my life in a way. Like now I make content all the time, and I'm sitting here talking about this passion I have all the time. So yeah, that is just, it was a random idea that I've always had. LillywhiteTV was always going to be what it was called, but it was just a random idea, and then it just blossomed, and the girls have had my back. And obviously, like I said, Views was one of the first podcasts I went on, and they gave me the push, and that was after the Newcastle game that we played and we drew. And then it just came about from there, and then I kind of popped up. I think because I'm such a confident personality, I kind of just joined quite a few groups quite quickly. So yeah.
So okay, we know how it started. We know the important people that have helped you. Shout out Mel. It was a birthday a few days ago, wasn't it? Friday.
Yeah, Friday. Yeah.
Hold tight, Kendall. I think she's just reached 1100. So big shout out to her.
Amazing.
So what now for the channel LillywhiteTV? Where are we going? What's the aim? You know, I mean, do you have? I know, obviously. Listen, YouTube's your passion. You know, it's a nice hobby for you that you're very passionate about.
Yeah.
What's I mean, do you have any goals, or is it just like I say, seatbelt on, enjoy the ride?
I mean, my goals are, I never expected to grow as quickly as I have. Like, obviously, it's not a huge channel.
Shout at Lambs. Listen, I've got a lot of time for Lambs. He's my co-host on What Now, and yeah, we do a podcast, and then obviously the same week we both get included in the terrace. So no, she's amazing. So pick her up.
Yeah. But yeah, I think for me it was just start and see where you go. I'm not obviously a huge channel, but I didn't expect to grow the way I have. I think being on the terrace has helped massively. I can't deny. I kind of like hit a plateau when I hit about 300 subscribers, and then I joined the terrace, and it's just really helped. Obviously, it's Terry's amazing to give me such a big platform to speak on my football opinions. It just means that someone that big kind of like believed in my opinions, which I didn't. Yeah. So shout out Terry and KJ that actually invited me to the chat. So yeah, shout out to them both. They've been amazing. But yeah, I think for me I would like the channel to go far. I'm not planning on stopping it. I just want to get as many guests on as possible. Just want to keep it going. And like I say, for me at the moment, it's just enjoy the ride, enjoy the people I'm meeting. And if you're not having fun, you won't make the best content. So I just see it as just fun, enjoy it, and that's when and that is literally when I start to make good content. Is I'm just enjoying myself. Hopefully we can grow. We're nearly hitting 800. We're on about 755 as today, so we're nearly hitting 800, but we just got to keep going. And yeah, I'm not looking at end goals. I'm just looking at now, just enjoy who you get on and who you meet throughout the journey, not just on my channel. Being asked to go on all these amazing channels is just amazing.
Brilliant. I think it's nice to actually speak and see the person off the camera.
Yes,
it's not every day we talk about football and Spurs. Although it is our passion. However, it is nice to talk about something else, and I think that's why I do the Bitz and Bobz meets. Definitely. Let's get her to 1K. Big push. It's interesting, isn't it? Like we were saying backstage before we came on.
Yeah.
It's nice just to talk, isn't it? In general. Yeah. And get to know that person. Is an act.
People think my smiliness is an act and my laughing is an act. This is literally how I am all the time. I mean, these lot of backstage with me, I'm the exact same as I am on camera. I'm not putting on a front. I talk like this to people like me. I'm just a very smiley, happy person. Things do obviously still get me down, but I think that's just my personality. I try to be nice to everyone, and I have a lot of time for people. and I feel like it's a good thing. Well, I like to think
Brilliant. No, it is.
But yeah, people like you say, it's just nice to see the person behind the camera. But my personality is literally the same. Sometimes I don't realize I'm recording. I just sort of talk and I jump in on what people are saying, because I don't change the way I am. That's just how I am. So yeah.
Thanks for that, Wes. Elena, so we've talked on, obviously we've covered quite a lot of stuff, you know. I'm adding a different dimension here, music wise. What music do you listen to?
I'm quite I listen to quite a big difference of music, but I'm very much yeah, he is the daddy of bringing us together.
Head honcho.
Funnily enough, there's about 30 of us in that chat.
I know.
Parker's my G. I put respect on Fulham's name. Scotty Parker is my guy.
We come into that, Daniel. Don't worry. We come into your club after this anyway, so don't you worry.
Oh.
And yeah, so yeah, as I was saying, sorry. Flipping out. What did I ask you? Yeah, Daniel, your comment just took me off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, I forgot what I just asked you, but I'll ask you something else. Chelsea last night. Did you see that coming?
You know what? The whole game kind of felt like a nail in the coffin. I kind of felt like this is a manager's last few games. You get that feeling. It was kind of like, obviously not the same as Poch, but like along those lines of when you just know a manager's getting sacked. It's just, he's not doing good enough. He's got no excuse as to why he's been, you know, he's been backed. He's got no excuse. Oh yes, we were on music taste.
Music. Thank you so much. See, told you she's brilliant. Thank you, Lambs. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, my music taste is very mixed. I love a bit of R&B. Drake's one of my favorite artists. I know that splits opinion a lot.
No. Do you know what? He's not my. Do you know what? He's not my favorite, but I'll listen to him. Like I've saw him live twice.
3 times. I've seen him 3 times.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Last time we were standing, which was incredible. He was literally like there, which was so cool because I made sure we got there early so we could get those standing positions.
Oh, so you're one of them ones. You're one of them ones.
Every other time I've been sitting, yeah, I can go from Drake to obviously gigs. I mean, he did come out. It was that one where he had all the UK artists come out, which was great. But I can also go to Justin Bieber, and I've seen Justin Bieber twice. So I do like everything. But yeah, as I say, like my favorite type of music is like old school Drake. Take Care album is like me. Like Take Care is just me all over. Exactly, Make Me Proud. Yeah, all of that. That's all me.
Well, do you know what, Daniel, that was my next
I think Lampard is out the door. I don't think he's got what's in him. He hasn't got what it takes to get them out this rut. Yes, he did well last season, but once it goes wrong, it just helps to have someone of experience to get them out. And I don't think he's got that. So yeah, I think that Lampard's got no excuse. He's been back. Yes, teams need time to gel, but he still has enough to be challenging. He should be in and around that mix, and he's not right now. So yeah, there's definitely a problem there. He's got enough. He's got no excuse. He should be doing better.
Do you know what? I agree with you, Elena, right? And last night on Twitter, I was trolling all of them. Like I went on Monsters live stream in the comments.
Oh, we were both on Monsters live stream.
Yeah. We were both trolling them.
And they were like, look at us. And the comments, like it was like a Terrence troll time. It was great.
I was texting Lambs. Oi, listen, rattle.
I was texting Carefree Lewis. Lewis. I was on his stream as well, giving him, and I was
It's do you know what I think is like? I think he's still coaching like he's still at Derby, and I think that he said last season he wanted players, and he's got all those players. I do think he needs time. You know, all trolling aside, I think he does need time because you realistically can't. I mean, Fulham tried it; they bought all those players.
You can't put 11 players together and expect
exactly. That's why most of the big clubs or sensible clubs buy 2, three max, and then you try and gel them in. But he bought a 7-a-side team. Do you know what I mean?
And I just think that's poor judgment from him or the, their owners. We know they like to spend. He just threw money at them. Roman just decided to throw everything he's got, but it's just not gonna. I just don't think he's got the experience to get them out right now. Yes, they should have bought a bit slower, maybe added a bit more in January, slower additions, but they just didn't. And yeah, I just don't think they're realistically good enough to get themselves out. So
they're not, or do you think Frank's not good enough? Because
I don't think Frank. I don't think
comment here from Daniel. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, well, maybe it depends who you get in.
So this is the thing, you see. So, like, I think this is one of the main phrases. Shout out Daniel, by the way, because since I've went on YouTube, he's been very supportive and stuff.
Oh yeah, Daniel and Will both.
And Will, and also shout out Winter Surfer as well. I need to remember that Winter Surfer. It won't last. Enjoy what it lasts. I think I've said that to so many teams this season. I've said it to the Liverpool fans. I've said it to Arsenal fans. I said it to, well, actually, I didn't say it to Arsenal fans. I've said it to Chelsea fans. I've said it to all the rivals and stuff, not Arsenal, obviously. And I think just with the way the season's going, I mean, look, Leicester won yesterday, okay? And they went top of the league. That's crazy. Chelsea are 2 points ahead of Arsenal. That's mental right now, right?
Arsenal were in a relegation battle, and now you're only 2 points ahead of them. This is why I think, yes, they need time, and you need time to gel, but there's also a manager problem when none of them are performing, and you are on the same points as teams, or 2 points ahead of teams we were trolling not long ago. It's just not good enough. I think with the money he spent, he should be doing a bit better, at least be in and around the mix, because that top six is a very tight block. I always say you can go from sixth to first within a space of like a game or two. So I think that they just need to, they could get someone in to get them up a bit. If they sack him now, they could easily climb back up like that. But I think it's got to be done soon for the better of them. But I hope it's after we play them. We've still got to play at home, so keep Lampard till then.
but do you think, though, like realistically, okay, all cards on the table, do you think they sack him?
I don't think Roman's got any sympathy. He's known to just sack like that. I don't think he cares. Right? Yeah, he's put so much money into that team, so he feels like I deserve something out of it, and then he would just sack. So I just feel like, yeah, their owner, he's getting rid of him. I think he's gone sooner rather than later. I think it's more about who do we replace with rather than sack Lampard. I think they're trying to get someone in so they don't have to panic get like Arsenal did with Arteta. But anyway, I think they're trying to not get someone like in the panic. So I think they're trying to get someone in so he's ready the minute they sack Frank, that they've got a decent replacement. I read somewhere yesterday they're actually now looking at experienced managers, which is quite funny because they didn't do that before. But
he's a Chelsea lad. He'll do it the Chelsea way. That's all I was hearing. I remember Monster saying, "Pray for our rivals." Pray for yourself, mate.
Hold tight, Jim, but he gives it a lot, doesn't he? Hold tight, Jim. But he's always there when we're losing. But yeah, I wonder what he's saying now. He's been a bit quiet for a bit.
So there was a question. In the chat by Daniel. It was top 5 rappers. And obviously, I know you have a mix, so I'm going to ask it in a different way.
Okay.
When you wake up and you're going to go in the shower, the first song you're playing, what's the first song? Don't, even if it means you might get some stick.
The first song I'm playing, Pop Smoke. What you know about love? I got
what you need. Okay.
I love Pop Smoke is like one of my new faves.
Okay. We can fuck with that. Listen.
We can vibe.
Shoot for the Star. The album was unbelievable. May he rest in peace. I can't believe he didn't even reach 21, and I have to. No, that's good. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie to you. when I go for a run, like yesterday, for example, I just play his album, and then like I even found myself putting the voice on. Shorty wake up every morning. Oh,
you could literally vibe to him. I love it. I love it.
So obviously, we need to ask you before we wrap up. We need to ask you about Pochettino. Okay.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. I'm ready to defend my Argentinian father.
So obviously, you know, your non-biological father. He won a trophy. He's won a trophy.
I'm so happy for him.
So I mean, I heard he was saying Daniel Levy come outside. Do you know what I mean? Because he's like, I won a trophy.
He had Twitter, and he was a bit harsher. He would have tweeted it.
So I mean, what do you think? You know, did you see the PSG move coming?
I hoped for it. One of I think my second video I ever did on my channel, I was like, let's pray PSG sack their manager before Ollie goes. Now, Ollie was in talks of going at that time. PSG sack their manager because he was kind of flirting with the United job when he was at us. He was meeting up with Ferguson for lunch and stuff, and just things like that. I just didn't really, I just didn't like. So I was worried that he would end up a United manager. So I kept saying, let's hope PSG sack their manager. Obviously, I saw it coming with their poor run. They weren't at the top of the league, and also in the Champions League last season, falling short. We know that what happens when you do fall short. You tend to go on that little run.
That's the same about Arsenal, you know.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Because I said, you know what? When you leave Tottenham, you learn how to hold a trophy. Because like Pochettino was holding it, like, how do I hold this? Bale also had the same problem when he won his first Champions League. He was like, oh, how do I hold this? It's like you're learning at Tottenham, where the school, and then you graduate when you leave. That's what I say. He graduated as soon as he left. He won the leagues. You're at a school at Tottenham, and then you learn when you leave. But yeah, I do think it's not. I think we've got a problem with our owners overall, because it's not a Poch problem. You look at 2008, we didn't have Poch from 2008. There's a problem there where we couldn't win. Our owners just don't back. Obviously, yes, Poch made mistakes, but overall, it's not always been him. But yeah, very happy for him. I am atting everyone when he wins the Champions League with PSG, and mark my words, it is happening. But I am definitely happy. I'm definitely happy that he's won a trophy, and I hope to see him back one day. And yeah, I did see the move coming. He was their ex-player. He loved it there. It was kind of his dream job. So I was hoping he got that rather than being in the Prem somewhere. Now Frank can go, and I don't have to worry, because I remember when Frank was losing some games, Chelsea fans are posting pictures of Poch and changing the badge, just like the United fans were. And I was like, this is too much anxiety. I can't sleep checking where Poch is leaving. So yeah, very happy that he is now at PSG, living his best life in Paris.
Have you ever been to Paris?
The year ends in one, after all. So yeah, we pray.
Have you ever been to Paris, Elena?
Yes, I had a competition there, funnily enough.
Nice. Oh, really?
Disneyland Paris. Yeah, it was really good. We won everything. All our teams from baby to senior, they won first everywhere. So
amazing.
And then I was in the parade, where where the Disney princesses and all that. Yeah. They had like all the cheerleaders come out, and we were part of the parade. So that was really fun.
Oh, sick. Listen, just remind me to get like a signed T-shirt from you, so I could basically sell it when you make it. You know. Questions. Another new segment I'm adding to Bits and Bob's Meet. Last couple of minutes to see people in the chat to ask you a question. Daniel wants to know why you support Spurs.
Oh, my dad. My dad never had a boy, so he kind of made me that boy and wanted me to suffer with him. He couldn't go through this heartbreak every year. He definitely made he definitely made me that child that can suffer with him. My sister gave no interest. She's older than me. And then I apparently had a little glimmer of hope. And yeah, he made me into the crazy Spurs fan today. I wouldn't change it for the world, but my dad wouldn't have me any other fan either. He would have kicked me out before.
Yeah. He's doing a good job. He's doing a good job.
His brother's an Arsenal fan,
wow.
funnily enough, but all my whole family are Tottenham other than his brother. So yeah. Prime, stop with your Jose sexual stuff right now. He's not the headmaster. Which is my favorite ever player that I have seen, Van der Vaart. You can tune into All United TV on Thursday. I'm doing a whole segment on Van der Vaart with her. So yeah, my favorite ever player was Van der Vaart. My favorite player this season, we've already spoke about Højbjerg. For me, Højbjerg. Just because he's definitely changed the way we play. Don't worry, I love Harry Kane and Son, and I know that they are my dream players, but they haven't been able to flourish without that CDM like Wanyama or Dembele when we had him. So yeah, Dembele's turned into Ndombele and Wanyama's turned into Højbjerg, which is good. 2017 vibes, just without the football style.
Yo, Lambs has got a question for you.
Where do we think we'll finish this season? I think we'll finish around 4th or 5th. I
can see that happening. I can see that happening.
What question was it? Will he be the master? He will be a master at winning us an energy drink cup. Signing off.
Realistic Gunnar Laurie.
Daddy, can you help me open the door?
Okay, I'll help you open the door. Elena, you answer that question. I'm just going to help myself. He's fine. Okay, realistic Gunnar Laurie, outside football, what do you like doing? Besides listening to Pop Smoke.
Yeah, I'm a cheerleader. I love cheering. Obviously now with COVID we haven't been able to, but in Indiana, if you put Poch on Fraud Watch, I'm coming on again to shout at some people like I did last week about Harry Kane. You let me know. You at me when you've got Poch on Fraud Watch, and I'm coming. But I'm a cheerleader. I like cheering. I think that's what keeps me sane. I've got all this energy, as you can all see, that I need to burn.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm cheering, and obviously just like now my new hobby is obviously streaming, and it's not just about the football, like we say. It's actually a hobby of just meeting people and having a chat like this. So yeah.
So
I'm a cheerleader. I like cheering.
Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I don't know what happened there. Carry on. I don't know what happened. It just like froze for a bit.
Oh, you didn't freeze on my end. But yeah, he's my I just think that I like watching. I just spend time with my family, my boyfriend, obviously, everyone really. Just really trying to enjoy lockdown right now, but it's a bit of a tough ask with not being able to meet up with people, but this keeps me sane, meeting you lot and talking to people that know what it's like making content, but also just enjoying being on them. That's my main thing, is just enjoying making the content, talking to people. It's not all about an end goal, it's just about being happy. And if I can't speak to people in real life, I need to let out this energy somewhere.
Last but not least, last question from shout out to everyone in the cut. Seriously, smash a like. I always forget to say stuff like that, but I need to start saying it. I always
forget. I know. I realised today that I never say it.
Vibes FC. Pots won the Baguette Cup.
Vibes FC. Enjoy your vibes and don't come for my Argentinian father.
Last question from Daniel. Do you watch other sports apart from football?
I can't say that I do. I'm not going to gas it up and be like, I watch this, I watch that. I'm not very good at watching other sports. In that aspect, I don't actually know what's going on. So you can say that about me with other sports. Cheer is a sport, so I'll say I watch cheer. Don't at me about cheer is not a sport. I will come for you.
Listen, everyone, that's it. Episode 19. Can you believe it? Listen, Elena, thanks so much for coming on. Literally, I'm very grateful you came on. I think it's been fun, actually. I really enjoyed that. And I'm glad people got to see you in a different kind of light, 100%. Please tell people once again where they can find you and also your socials.
So yeah, you can find me at Lillywhite_TV on Twitter and Instagram, and at LillywhiteTV on YouTube. As I said before, I do have a live coming up at 7 that Ryan will be on there. We have Matt from All United TV coming on there, and obviously my co-host Ryan as well. So yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant. And also, we need to mention that show the girl every morning. That's just how we're just going to end it, guys. We're going to end it like that. Listen, make sure you like and subscribe to both the channels, okay? Big up to everyone in the cut. Thank you so much.